Welcome to the episode 4 of Take Charge, Own and Rebuild Your Life. Reclaiming your vision, dream again. In the last episode I told you that we'll be talking about vision, in the next podcast, which is this particular one. In life, it is not easy to dream again, dream big, when you are not mentally okay. I'm not talking about psychiatric issue now. I'm talking about, being emotionally down. Because there comes a time in life when your dream feels so distant. When life has knocked you down so many times, you stop dreaming altogether. I found myself in that situation, some years back, when nothing matters. Sincerely, nothing matters. There's nothing I'm looking up to. I was so down, life has battled me and knocked me, out of the ring. But somehow, I was able to find my feet. And that's why I keep repeating that we can all take charge, and rebuild our life again. It just starts from that, open conversation. Sometimes you used to believe that you can do great things. You believe that there are some things, in you that matters. You have something that you want to give to the world. But suddenly, because of last week we talked about rejection, you're just tired. Your dreams no longer feel valid, because of the circumstances around you. You bury your passion under pain, your vision under survival. You're just struggling. You just know within you that you're struggling. But here's the truth. You don't need perfection. You don't need a perfect condition, to start again. You don't need the perfect condition. That's why this podcast is here, to remind you that you don't need the perfect condition to start again. You can start right where you are now. All you need is just a spark and the courage to dream again. But like I said, dream is big. And for you to dream, you have to let go of certain situations. If this ministers to you, drop a comment, hit my inbox, and then we can take it further. This is your moment. This is your invitation to dig up the vision you buried. Let's breathe life into it together. Sometimes just look at this like a natural scenario, where you are trying to dig out something, that you are buried. And sometimes maybe stinking, but even when you have the right people around you, they don't even mind the smell. They don't mind the smell. Okay, this is okay. We can actually bring life, into this thing that you feel that is gone. You can bring life to it. Go to the scripture. When Ezekiel said, these are dead bones. He said, no, don't worry. Speak to this dead bone. They will receive flesh. The same thing. This is an invitation to you today that you can actually dig up the vision you buried. And let's breathe life into it together. That's what we want to do. Vision is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Without it, we wander, we settle, we shrink. But your vision doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be yours. You just have to own it. That's why it's take charge, own and rebuild your life. It is your life. It is your vision. It doesn't have to be fancy. Because it's an inspiration, that God gives to you. So you don't need people's validation. It just needs to be yours. You just need to own up. You're not copying anybody. You're not trying to impress anybody. Something that wakes you up in the morning and pull you forward when life gets heavy. And like I said before, I was in a situation years ago when, nothing matters to me anymore. But somehow, all of a sudden, I had some dreams. Something I look forward to, even though it appears they are not achievable at that time. But vision helped me to see the beauty, of the life that is ahead of me. And then I wake up every day with strength to go pray and what have you. And today, the story is not the same. Better, far better, than where I used to be. So maybe your vision is to write or start a business or heal your family or finish school. or simply be the version of you that you've always wanted. I mean, it's possible, it's valid, it's possible, everything is possible. You just need to speak out. So, here is the good news. If it still lives in your heart, it's not too late. Dead things don't haunt you, buried things do. I would like to repeat that thing. Dead things don't haunt you, buried things do. Your setback wasn't a death sentence, it was a reset button. So we need to, understand, some certain aspect of life. There is this book titled Setback is a Setup for Comeback. So your setback wasn't a death sentence, it was a reset button. And sometimes when you encounter certain setback in life, you just need to go out of the crowd, sit down, and reflect over the situation. What am I not doing well? What am I doing well? What do I need to do? Who do I talk to? Do I need a mentor at this stage? I mean, you just try to reset. Write the vision again, even if your hands are shaking. I mean, you know what I mean. Sometimes you don't just know what to do. Even if the first one didn't work out, even if you are starting from nothing. I remember some years ago, I've sent letters to, some organizations, requesting for partnership, requesting for this and that, and I will not even get a letter of acknowledgement. And sometimes I just sit down, bring all those letters together, and then go through it again. And then I remember telling myself, I've sacked myself, if this letter were sent to you, would you have responded to it? So I look at those letters and I realize that, these letters were not well crafted. Nobody will take me serious for this. And then I go back to, the drawing board. And then I kept working on myself, And then at the right time, I won grants, business grants, charity grants, and all of those stuff. So you don't just give up, you don't give up on yourself. So even if the first one didn't work out, the second one didn't work out, the third one didn't work out, the fourth one didn't work out, you just have to keep going. Because nothing powerful ever begins fully formed. It's not possible. Everything big, they don't come so easily. You just need to keep working on it. So big things, begins with just a whisper, an idea, a daydream, and then it becomes real. You keep working on them, not forgetting who you are. So I'd like to close with this affirmation. I just like us to say some affirmation, before we round up the section. So say this with me. I give myself permission to dream again. I am not too late. My story is not over. My future still matters. Take a moment after this episode, write down one vision you've been afraid to revisit, and whisper to it, let's begin again. See that vision as if you are talking to a human being, and say, come on guy, let's begin again. Let's go over this again, irrespective of the number of times that we have failed. Let's give it a try again, and then you'll be happy that you actually did. Thank you for walking this journey with me. If this series has blessed you, subscribe, share it, and leave a review, because someone out there needs these lights, and you might be the one who share it. Until the next episode, I remain Aihawu Victor, your host.